Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about yogurt. What is yogurt? Yogurt is a tasty snack made by fermenting milk using 2 or more different lactic acid bacteria, also known as LAB, to obtain a healthy and tasty product. A special health benefit that yogurt offers is probiotics, which are live microorganisms added in the yogurt to promote gut health, which will be discussed later on. An essential part of yogurt making is adding a starter culture. Starter cultures are used in many different fermented foods like beer, wine, dry sausage, and cheese. A starter culture is a small amount of 1 or more microorganisms that are added to the food before fermentation to ensure that other wild or undesirable microorganisms do not compete with them. In the case of yogurt, starter cultures encourage the symbiotic growth of 2 LAB, Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. These 2 organisms are facultative anaerobes, meaning that they can survive in an environment with or without oxygen. After choosing your starter culture, you are ready to begin your fermentation. One of the first steps of making yogurt involves heating up homogenized milk to 42 degrees Celsius using a food thermometer. Why 42 degrees Celsius, you may ask? This is the halfway point between the optimal temperatures of L. bulgaricus and S. thermophilus, the 2 bacteria in the starter culture. One of the most important parts of yogurt fermentation is the acidic environment made by the LAB. Here, we will show 2 curves that show how S. thermophilus and L. bulgaricus work together. S. thermophilus makes formic acid and CO2, which encourages L. bulgaricus to grow. Inversely, L. bulgaricus uses enzymes to break down proteins into individual units called amino acids. S. thermophilus is very happy at this point and uses the amino acids to grow as well, where both are in the same amount of live bacteria at the end of the fermentation. Fermentation is characterized by a drop in the pH in milk from about 6 to 4.6, where the lowering in pH is completed by transforming lactose in the milk to lactic acid by LAB. This is done by the glycolytic and pentose phosphoketolase pathways, which also generate byproducts such as acetaldehyde and diacetyl. Acetaldehyde is the main compound that gives yogurt its flavor. Other components that give flavors are lactic acid, acetic acid, and diacetyl. After this, the whey proteins are unfolded, which then attracts the water-loving kappa casein. After this, the basic protein structure in milk called micelles is destabilized. This results in yogurt having a gel-like network that gives it its original texture. Before packaging, yogurt can be modified into different types of textures and flavors, like set yogurt, drinking yogurt, and Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is an interesting product since the whey protein is filtered out, which gives a richer texture as moisture is reduced. In summary, yogurt is a fermented product that uses milk and lactic acid bacteria to acidify the solution that gives off naturally tangy and tasty flavors. Grab a spoon and dig in.